Life doesn't seem to be faring well for a lot of the people that was pardoned by Donald Trump for their role that they played in the insurrection on January 6, 2021. I already did a video talking about the one who got into the altercation with the cop where he ended up losing his life because he resisted arrest. Then you saw the one about the individual who got rearrested for a domestic dispute from a previous case. Like, as soon as he got out from being pardoned, he was right back behind bars. Now we're talking about this woman whose name is Emily Hernandez, who was involved with the insurrection on January 6th. And she just got sentenced to 10 years in prison for her involvement in a deadly DWI crash. Mind you, I believe she actually got charged, or I believe she got convicted, I believe in like November of last year. So she was getting as soon she was getting ready, jail time was right around the corner for this woman almost immediately. So the minute she got pardoned from her role, she's right back in where she's at now. I don't know if she was still locked up from what she did or she was out, but she just didn't have the pardon. But either way, she's headed right back to prison, and this time for a whole decade. But let's go ahead and see what's going on. As a matter of fact, I'm looking on the screen. It said that she only served 30 days in federal prison for her role. A Missouri woman convicted in the January 6th Capitol riot and recently pardoned by President Donald Trump was sentenced to 10 years this week for killing a mother of two in a drunken driving accident. Emily Hernandez was seen holding the broken nameplate of then House Speaker Nancy Pelosi after the mob of Trump supporters attacked the Capitol in 2021. She served 30 days in federal prison and was released. On Wednesday, she was sentenced in Missouri State Court to 10 years in prison for a 2022 drunken driving crash that killed Victoria Wilson and seriously injured her husband, Ryan Wilson, court records show. Nothing will ever bring her back, Victoria Wilson's mother, Tony Donaldson, told reporters outside of court. We have an empty hole in my heart that will always be there. Hernandez, age 24, pleaded guilty on November 5th to one count of driving while intoxicated, in which a person died, and another count of DWI in which a person was seriously injured. Hernandez was driving the wrong way on an interstate in Missouri on January 5th, 2022. What are the odds? Almost exactly a year after she basically committed another crime. When she crashed into a car with Victoria and Ryan Wilson, a couple out celebrating their 15th wedding anniversary, NBC affiliate KDSK on St. Louis reported. Imagine you are celebrating your 15th wedding anniversary, and on that day, you lose your life, literally in the blink of an eye, because this person right here wanted to be so irresponsible and drive while under the influence. And it's crazy because this woman, Emily Hernandez, took out this mother of two and wife and almost took out the husband and the father of two, which would have left those kids to be raised by maybe grandparents. But either way, they lost their mother. And from the looks of it, it doesn't sound like she was injured because they didn't mention anywhere in the article she suffered any injuries, whether minor or major. Isn't that interesting how that happens? Well, for me, it sounds like she's exactly where she needs to be, and that is behind bars. I mean, she showed how reckless she was by going up into the Capitol and doing what she did, whatever it is that she did while she was there. So why am I not surprised that she is out here being reckless on these streets, literally on these streets? So she's 24 now. That means she'll get out when she's 34. In my honest opinion, she should have gotten more. But I guess 10 years was the max that they could be able to give her, or maybe that's how much she gave when she gave that guilty plea. It's because as she pleaded not guilty, she probably got way more time, because after all, someone did lose their life. So it is what it is. I was going to do this as a triple P, but she was the cause of someone losing their life in a tragic way that I decided to scale back because I didn't feel like that was a laughing matter. But either way, it definitely needed to be addressed. Again, this is another person who is attached to January 6th, who got released, who is not faring very well, or not released, but got pardoned, who's not faring well in society, or they have those charges right around the corner waiting for them to activate for something that they did from previous times. I'm just waiting to see how many more is going to fall out of the closet as it pertains to these pardons.